What's good, mind speakers? Welcome to another episode of Think Tank, where I talk about whatever comes to my mind because that's just how my fucking brain works. Ready, let's go. So usually I try to stagger these topics out. I try to keep like the less serious shit in the beginning and then, you know, throw the more serious shit at the end. But today, today, I got time today, baby. We have to talk about TakeAKnee. We have to talk about white people's president, right? Because there's a whole bunch of missing of the points going on and it's personally pissing me off. So I just want to talk about it and I don't want to reiterate anything that's already said. I'm just trying to give y'all how I'm seeing the shit. When the good Colin Kaepernick, Targaryen, Colin Stormborn, first of his name, the unemployed, breaker of barriers, father of protests, when Colin decided that he was gonna take a knee for the first time, the reason why he chose to take a knee was because unarmed black men, unarmed black women were being murdered by police and there was no justice, which is still happening. So that's why he did that. And the reasons why he decided to kneel was because the national anthem, the flag, all of that, we are to honor it, but America is supposed to honor us first. And if America does not hold up its end of the bargain, then I don't have to hold up my end of the bargain to America. That's straight up, that's simple and plain, and he wanted to be a demonstration of that because he's visible. If I just sit down at a high school football game during the national anthem, I may cause a little bit of a stir at the football game, but it is not the stir that Colin Kaepernick has done doing it on a worldwide platform, which is why he did it and which is why it was a big deal, because it is visible. So at the end of the day, this whole TakeAKnee thing is not really about protesting Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump and that bum-ass lace closure. No one's thinking about Donald Trump. This is about the loss of black life and injustice and equality. And if you can't understand or accept that, eat a dick. I just want to give a shout out to, I saw a tweet from Kobe Bryant. Everybody saw LeBron James speak up and call him a bum. And I want to say shout out to Stephen Curry for deciding to not go to the White House. And Donald Trump gonna tweet, oh, this is an honor. Since Stephen Curry is hesitating to come to the White House, you're not invited. That's like Taylor Swift sending out a tweet, 20 Days of June is not invited to my album release party. Oh, what was it going? I want to shout out to all the NFL players who are now taking a knee. I mean, I kind of feel a way about the fact that y'all all want to do it now, but I want to say thank you for you guys for doing that, because at the end of the day, the anti-black community loves when black people entertain them. They love when we play sports. They love when we jump high. They love when we tap dance. They love when we play the violin. They love when we shuck and jive. They love our music, anything that's entertaining. But the minute we speak up about something that is really pertinent to us, all of a sudden, hey, whoa, they don't want us to do it. So y'all want them black people to continue playing football, but not to use their voice while they play it? You're treating them like property, asshole. Allow black people to be black people. Those men are black men, and they would be the same black men that were dying if they weren't blessed with the opportunity to play in the goddamn NFL. So shut your mouth and let them protest if you care about them as human beings, which we know you don't. If you're black and you're watching the NFL, I'm most definitely judging you. That is from me to you. This squinty eye, that's judgment. That's me judging you. Simply because, according to a couple of sources, there's like $1.3 trillion of buying power in the black community. $1.3 trillion, which means that all of us who watch the NFL, if we decided not to participate, they would feel it in the nutsack, which is the point. Which I've seen a lot of black people who've decided to continue watching the NFL, which is bullshit, but the amount of us that haven't, they've already felt it because their ratings have dropped lower than ever. So that's why I'm saying, and that's what J. Cole was saying, they don't support you, don't support us. I feel like the only reason why the NFL even quote unquote allowed these guys to kneel without consequence is because their ratings have dropped so low. And so even if it was just for publicity reasons, they allowed it to happen as a marketing ploy. But it has nothing to do with what they really believe in, because if they really believed in what we believed in, Colin Kaepernick would have a job. And he doesn't. And so during times like these, I love times like these because A, I'm smart, B, I love confrontation, and C, I win them. I put up a Facebook status that simply said, if you're more upset by peaceful protesters kneeling in front of a piece of fabric than you are about the actual loss of life they're kneeling to combat, you're a large part of the problem. Oh, and you're also racist. Which is great because I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose because that's just the pure unadulterated truth. If you care more about a piece of cotton than you do about black lives, you're racist. That's just straight up, that's how I feel. And because when you put up a status like that, you get to play a fun game that I like to call white whack-a-mole. homo, which is basically when people that disguise themselves as friends or brothers, they love brothers, they cloak themselves in this disguise, and then as soon as you post that status, they come up and they go, I'm racist, and when they do that, you smack them down. So I got tons of responses and replies and people, you know, trying to justify it. It's just great because I can just say delete, 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 and just know that I can't fuck with you. What it comes down to is white people, you don't have the right to tell black people, you don't have the right to tell any person of color what their relationship with America is. That's for us to determine, and that's for us to change. Congratulations that the promise of equality was hand delivered to you, and it's signed, it's sealed, and delivered. If it was, that's great. But to the rest of us, it's not coming. We were told to wait for it. It's not coming. Waiting for it is never gonna come. So we're gonna strong arm the system to give it to us. And this is part of our way of doing it. So I'm sorry if that bothers you, but your flag is not my flag. It does not represent the same thing when I see it. It represents a promise that is never gonna be delivered when I see it, when black people see it. Can you understand that? And if you don't wanna understand it, then don't, but get off my page. Kylie Jenner's pregnant. I'm telling you, this is lies. This is straight lies. I see right through Kris Jenner. I know what she's doing. The new season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians starts in like a week. She's not low. She's not fooling anybody. It's the 10th year anniversary. They know they're gonna wanna get people to watch for the announcement. I don't believe it. I'm sorry, I do not believe that Kylie Jenner's pregnant. But if she is, let's work under the assumption that Kris Jenner didn't lie. Because she told TMZ, Kris Jenner told TMZ, that is the truth. If she did, that means the baby belongs to Travis Scott. If that's the case, you gotta give it to Travis Scott. I mean, Travis Scott is having a hell of a run. He's one of the hottest niggas in hip hop. Everybody wants a piece of his sound. Now he's got the baddest chick. Hold your horses. We know she's artificial, but she's bad, sorry. And he put a baby in her. That's a winner to me, I'm sorry. I know what they say the Kardashians do to men, what the Kardashians do to black men, yada yada boom boom. I don't give a shit about none of that. If this is true, it just shows that Travis Scott's a winner. The only thing I'm concerned for is the aesthetics of this baby, simply because Kylie Jenner, her face says that, but her genetics don't say that. And Travis Scott I wouldn't exactly call attractive. So, I mean, I don't know what it's gonna look like, but money makes everyone pretty, so. The Lady Gaga 5'2" documentary dropped. It was basically a documentary showing her recording her album she released last year, Joanne, all the way up to her Super Bowl performance. It was a dope documentary because it really shows you the amount of people it takes to keep an artist on track. Like someone who's got that type of a brain, it takes a lot of people that you'll never know to keep that person on track, because she's got a lot going on in here, balancing being a businesswoman and balancing being an artist and balancing all the, you know, mental insanity sometimes that comes with being an artist. She's got a lot of stuff to balance, and so she has a lot of people that keep her on track, and it's kind of a thankless job that they do, but they really keep her centered. And the amount of energy and like emotion and actual pain that it took for her to create that last album, like she was stressing out, crying, freaking out, having actual nerve pain. Like she was literally stressing out creating that album, creating from a wound, you know what I mean? She wasn't creating pop music from a happy place. She was most of the time creating that album from pain. And so to see her put all that time and all those experiences and cry and work hard, all the people coming in and out of the studio, and then for the album to leak. It was like an entire hour and 15 minutes of a documentary, and then the album just leaked. All that work just leaked for free. That really put that shit into perspective. Like, damn, like all of that she put into that album and people just had it for free. That fucking sucks. And you could tell it sucked and it really hurt her. I love the documentary, man. More people need to get into the minds of these people and just see what it takes. See all that it takes to create music. See all that it takes to be a superstar. All that comes with it. How she just would sign autographs and take pictures, not even look at people and connect with people because she doesn't want to do it. Like, because she just has so much going on in her head, but people just want to use her for the moment, just to use it. They saw Lady Gaga, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, it's an awesome documentary. It really puts fame into perspective. So if you haven't watched that, go on your boyfriend's, mom's, ex-husband's, sister's Netflix account and, you know, watch the shit. So I've said on here before, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I am a proud introvert. That's just who I am. And I always say people always get me confused for an extrovert because their perception of an introvert is someone with no personality that sits in the house all day reading books that they stole off the internet, which I do sometimes, but that's not the basis of what an introvert is. An introvert is someone who gets their energy from time being alone. I have a social battery. I need to recharge it. Too much time near other people, the battery goes low. So what do I need to do? I need to get alone. I just need to bask in my own air to refill my battery. And once my battery's full, I'm ready to do more of this shit. So my number one tip I can give to you for dating an introvert, if you're about to get into a situation with an introvert and you don't consider yourself an introvert, you need to know this one thing. If you're gonna date an introvert, your first rule is to back the fuck up. Introverts love people who respect their space and don't keep pressing up on them for more time, more attention, more love, more, because you just feel draining. A lot of times we want to like you, but we're not gonna like you if you feel like a succubus. Do you understand what I'm saying? You feel like you're just draining my life force when you do too much. We like people who are more relaxed, more calm, and that know when to get the fuck out of our faces. Simply because there's no nice way to look at someone you're supposed to be in a relationship with and say, wow, this was so great. Leave. Like, you can't say that because everyone processes that emotionally and won't process that in a way that just says, I just need some time alone. Like, can you just back up? Asking for space for an introvert is not a violation, it's not a rejection, it's a personal need. We just need space to be able to just recharge, and we're ready to be everything you guys want us to be. We just can't do it for 9 hours at a time. And especially when it's someone you like. The closest thing I've ever been into love, I remember staring at her in my dorm bed and thinking, wow, my baby is so fine. I wish she would get the fuck out of my room. Like, you can't help it because you just need some time alone. So please, if you're dating an introvert, if you want to date an introvert, just know, sometimes I need to back the fuck up. Y'all have let these weirdos in the rap game, and I don't know what to tell you, but listen, I serve a merciful and a loving Jesus Christ, and the shit y'all have allowed into the rap game is dark-sided, and I just will not have it. And I know when God created good, he also created the tandem of evil. That's the way it goes, but I'm clinging to the light. So all of you that support this XXXTentacion bullshit with him shaving off his eyebrows and the Timberland symbol in the middle of his head and these gray dreads, he looks like Lord Voldemort. It's weird. I'm sorry, like, I don't care what you say, it is nuts. Y'all need to address the mental illness and the drug use in these niggas and stop thinking that they're just so talented and they just like being different. No, they're ill. These people are ill. He is ill. He looks like a demon. Or one of the tree people that created the White Walkers. Like, he's nuts. Now we're gonna move it along to put you on as usual. If you have any songs you wanna put me on, leave it in the comment box below. Hit me up on all my social media. I'm everywhere as 20 Days of June. This week we're talking about this entire Jhene Aiko album called Trip. I don't have any specific songs to put you on. Put the album on, play it. I don't know if you wanna engage in some of nature's finest herbal refreshments or whatever you've gotta do, but just lay down and let the album take you. I want this album on vinyl so that way I can just let it go. Like, I love this album. And I love Jhene Aiko, and the reason why I love Jhene Aiko is there's no complicated formula to Jhene Aiko. She's an amazing writer, it's beautiful poetry, it's great music, and it's non-referential. All of Jhene Aiko's stuff just comes straight from her, comes straight from her heart. She just creates from an authentic place that has nothing to do with radio or who's gonna play this where. It's just all art, and it's all straight from the pit of her soul, and that's why she's amazing. And she's not the type of artist that's just pumping out singles and pumping out songs and pumping out albums trying to see what sticks. No, like, she just creates when it's time. So just go listen to Trip. I'll leave a link for Trip down below. Let me know what songs from Trip you like if you've heard it. I just want to talk about the album with you guys. And don't forget about the September Lit Shit playlist that I have on Spotify. Go follow that on Spotify and me on Spotify for more bullshit because I love music. I don't want to share music that I like with you guys. And that's it for this week's Think Tank. As usual, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If not, suck a dick, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Deuce. Of course she has cameras set up for you, dummy. Of course her phone is on. Of course she wants a selfie. Why would you do that? You're Kevin fucking Hart. You're not fucking Pete Peterson, the mechanic from down the street that spends most of the days rolling dice outside the bodega. You're a whole movie star.